are back to my G7X today for a car vlog. Let me just pull up here real quick. So today is Vlogmas day 4, right? Day 4. Let me fix that lighting. There you go. It's kind of foggy out, so it kind of gave me that blue light after the garage. So I'm actually on my way to a meeting today. I have a sub. I saw that in yesterday's vlog. So this meeting is, I'm going because one, I figured it would be a good training, a good meeting. The other thing is, my coworker is going too. I was like, I'll go with you. Because she's like, you know, she felt like she could really use it, and everyone could use it. I could really use it too. It's on students with like anxieties and depression, and like showing that empathy for them and figuring out how to respect the fact that that's how they're feeling, and still have them like still have to work. Like they just, students go through so much, you guys, so much. And one thing that my coworker does like amazingly is she has them, like, the fog is like thick, you guys. Like, I can't even see the intersection right now. Like, this is thick. I can see if any cars are coming. So don't mind me while I just steer straight ahead. So she does this, it's called a temperature reading of the room every day, and it's really awesome. And I started doing it yesterday. I didn't do it with one of my classes because I completely forgot because they were being complete pills yesterday. But you kind of, you have your temperature reading of 1 through 5, and that's like emotions and how you're doing kind of a thing. So 5 is like, it's the best day in the world, like nothing can go wrong, like you're just, everything's going right, it's all perfect, you're in a really, really good mood, all the way down to 0 where it's just the worst day of your life kind of a thing. And 3, I was just telling them, was kind of just blah, like you're here, you're neither super happy, you're not super sad, you're kind of here. And I told them my reading for the day, which was a 3, and I still honestly am at a 3, and that's just because of everything going on with my grandfather, that I don't feel happy, but I don't feel like super sad. I'm just kind of, I'm here, I'm going through the motions kind of a thing. But I did this temperature reading, and I found out that one of my students was at a 1, and I never would have thought that the student would have been at a 1, and she seemed really off. And I was like, well, why? Because not only do you do this temperature reading, so you're not just saying, okay, who's at a 5, who's at a 4, who's at a 3, who's at a 2, who's at a 1, but then you give them a chance to explain why they're feeling that way. And so they each got a chance to do that. And so when she said that she was at a 1, like, what's going on? She's like, I don't know. She's like, I don't know. And so she just seemed very off, and so I asked if she wanted to talk to me out in the hallway, and so we went out into the hallway to talk, and I was like, what's going on? Why are you at a 1? Like that concerns me, what's going on? And she goes, I don't know, I feel empty. And like classic signs of like depression, you guys. Where she's like, I feel empty, I don't know why I'm sad, but I'm really sad. And so I asked her, is like, if you need to talk to somebody, let me know. I'm like, this is probably something that you should talk to your parents about too. And I told her, I'm like, these are signs of depression. I'm like, have you ever been depressed? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, does depression run in your family? She goes, yeah. And so we were able to kind of talk about it a little bit. But like, I would have never known. I would have never known if I didn't do this like temperature reading thing. And so like on the first day I do it, I'm like, I'm sold. I'm doing it because that, I think that's going to help kind of build that relationship with my students and myself. Not that I don't have a relationship with my students, but I think it's just going to help improve it. So I'm excited for that. So I'm hoping to get more kind of things like that out of this training today. There's no updates on my grandfather right now. I went home, I unboxed the doTERRA box. Like I said, I'm going to try to do like a sit down video every night for a little bit, until I get at least 5 to 7 sit down videos, because if I end up having to go to the funeral this month, I would like to just kind of have those on the back end ready to upload, so I can kind of spend that time processing and grieving with my family and not having that all on the internet, out of the respect for everyone else as well, kind of a thing. So I'm trying to get a few things. So I'm cheating for Vlogmas, but I still want to post daily, but I want to make sure that I'm respecting myself even and everyone else during this process of my grandfather passing. Guys, this fog is ridiculous. I will let you guys go though, and I will talk to you guys after the meeting and let you guys know how it went. I just missed my turn. It's cool. I have to go into one lane though. I'm gonna let you guys go because I can't see anything and this is insane. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hey. So obviously I'm home from the training today. It was a really good training. I really don't want to go much into it. Away, Cole. I also got news of my grandfather. He's not expected to make it through the night tonight. I called, and his eyes have been closed for a while. He doesn't open his eyes anymore. And my dad suspected that like he could hear and he could comprehend kind of what was going on. You can't know when they're not talking or anything. But I wanted to say goodbye, and my dad sent out a message today saying if anyone has anything that they want to say to him, send it to him and he'll pass it along. And so a lot of my siblings were doing that, but I wanted to do something different just because something that my grandpa really loved about me was when I would sing to him. And so I called and I asked my dad to let me sing to him, and he let me do that. And I sang a song called Come Thou Fount. And by the end of the song, my dad said in tears that my grandpa was crying. He heard me. And that was my way to just say goodbye to him. I took off tomorrow and Friday and Monday and Tuesday, and I wanted to leave tomorrow morning to go up there, but my grandma kind of freaked out because I guess there's like beads and stuff like that, and she's worried that the kids would get into them, even though they wouldn't. But she's worried that they would.
Do they know kids from 2019?
She never had kids of her own, so she gets worried about those things. And but yeah, so I'm hoping to still go up tomorrow, but it's gonna really depend on if my grandpa passes tonight, because then my dad would bring her back up to the house tomorrow, and they would be able to get those things put away before we got there. So everything's kind of up in the air when we're going, but I'm really hoping Friday latest, because we can't go on Saturday because it's gonna snow, and I already took all the time off, and so it's now or never kind of a thing. And that being said, we're not going up for Christmas unless we end up not going up during this time, and then we would wait until Christmas to go up. So we'll see what happens. But I'm emotionally drained. And it was funny because it was at the meeting that my dad was sending all these messages, and afterwards my supervisor was there, and she was like, you can't come to work tomorrow. Like, I was a wreck. And my coworker was there, and I was like, I have an IEP meeting tomorrow, I have to go. And I had the IEP paperwork stuff that I was working on at the meeting, and she grabbed it from me and she goes, no, I have an IEP meeting tomorrow. And so she's gonna take over my IEP meeting tomorrow for me, and hopefully that goes well. I'm sure it will. I mean, she's taught longer than I have, so. But it was just nice, like, kind of just took over, and they're like, no, you need to not come to work, and you need to be with your family, even if that's just being at home right now. Like, you are not emotionally able to do this. So I was glad that they stepped in and forced me to do that. So, and I ended up getting the same sub tomorrow, and the time that I'm gone as I did today, so it's gonna be the same sub, so that's good. But I will let you guys go, and we'll see when I post again.